Live stream is on.
Okay, people, we are back now. I apologize for that. Just like with the Ubuntu live stream last night, the live stream shut off for some reason. I have no idea what's going on.
That's weird. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the second time this has happened.
Ooh.
I think it might be because I'm on Ubuntu 14.04 band.
That probably would do it.
Yeah, because it's so out of date.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, it is.
But you know, it is what it is. We're back now, so.
Yeah. Not sure what to say if it happens again.
Yeah.
So anyway, as I was telling you, Ricky, I found some Scratch script that runs RPM as its package manager.
Oh, nice.
And folks, in case you all were wondering what's over here on my bed, a package with a stick of RAM in it for my laptop.
Yep, that's exactly the truth.
Yeah, so let's see how I open this son of a gun. Figured I might as well get this open while we're chatting here.
Okay, there we go.
So,
Now I can see the live chat.
On Alicia.
Oh. My sister's dog was showing itself around in here. So I had to walk him out and shut the door.
Alicia on Alicia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, ooh, wow, this is tiny. There's the RAM stick.
Let me take a look, Ben. That's well, that looks like laptop RAM.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Huh.
Going in this thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going in my laptop.
Okay. Put Google Chromium, not Chromium, activate Chrome on Debian 8.
Yeah.
Still can't believe I have two old distros that are practically still functioning.
I know, right? You know, if this new build succeeds, I might just turn it into an ISO.
Is that?
Did you just say turn it into an iPhone?
ISO.
$1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah. But another good piece of news. Phone to Own, the developer who's currently on the latest jailbreak, is finally almost ready to include it with Cydia.
Oh, nice.
All right, let me take a look at the guide to see where the slide on
You
that.
guys post the Jitsi link? I'm on my phone. Oh, I'm so sorry, Steve. Let me put that in there for you. There you go. There's the link.
There you go.
What about the Zelda and Ganon?
Very funny, Brian.
Hey, you knew I was going to do that. All right, so I'm on the 7th floor. Okay. And it's 8th floor, East Row.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Steve. The Jitsi chat is the Jitsi link is in the live chat there, so hopefully you can see it now. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be on tonight because I gotta get up early in the morning and prep the setup for the Gentoo live stream. I'm hoping Surge shows up.
If not, he's got old Bennett on.
Yep.
I'll be up early too, ready to roll.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm on the 7th floor.
Yeah, I'll be there one way or the other. I'm just gonna be
Yep.
there sort of a fallback.
Yep. Hey, Steve.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Welcome to the open chat.
All right.
Yeah, I always wanted to try the Jitsi thing out. I figured I'd give it a shot with you guys.
Oh,
Cool.
that's no problem. No problem at all.
Yeah, Steve, I'm Ben, his trusty Linux buddy.
So what are you guys talking about? Old distros?
Old
Yeah,
distros,
we were.
old distros, new distros, whatever we can think of, Linux based. Right now, my current setup that I'm live streaming from has Ubuntu 14.04 on it.
Yeah. So
I
he
still
went-
have
Yeah, he went way freaking back.
I still have Ubuntu 12 running Ubuntu for the LTSP, the terminal server.
Floor.
How in the world do you have 12 running?
I have 12 running an LTSP server. It's bundled and packaged to just deploy desktops. So instead of setting it all up and installing the LTSP standalone server, it has all that included. You boot it up. I mean, you can make sure the repositories are all right, but it works.
That is freaking amazing.
Okay.
I applaud you for that.
It's called Ubuntu. It's 1204, I believe.
And
Wow.
Ubuntu. Oh yeah, isn't that
The
the
education
version of?
version of Ubuntu, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm correct, I believe that's the only version of 12.04 that's actually still functioning.
Yep.
Wow. I'm actually building LFS right now. Steve.
LFS.
Linux from scratch. He's building a distro from the ground up.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, this one is a scripted one that comes with RPM as the package manager. You know, like from OpenSUSE or
I'm on the
Fedora,
4th
stuff
floor
like
now.
that.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah.
Watch this. Hey, Brian.
What's up?
My buddy Ben just said RPM, so I hate to do this to you, but RPM, get in gear.
Oh, damn. I don't know what that means, but it sounded pretty
It's
deadly.
it's from a Power Rangers so-called Power Rangers
Okay,
RPM.
that does it.
Oh,
Is that a Power Ranger reference?
Yes,
was.
it is.
It was. I don't know what he's
Showing our
doing in
age.
the show, but oh boy. What is
LFS.
What the hell is he doing?
That's that's his morpher.
Oh,
I thought that was the neuralizer from the Men in Black. He was trying to erase our memory.
Jew Eagle.
Nice.
how he has all this crap memorized, I have no idea.
Brian is a Power Rangers enthusiast. He can tell you anything you want to know.
Dang.
Awaken.
What
He's
was
a
the
Power
red?
Ranger.
What was the Red Ranger's name from the original Power Rangers?
Jason.
Yes, it was.
Man, this kid knows his stuff.
Champion of champions. You will.
White Ranger or Green Ranger?
If it was up to me, I'd choose both.
Well, what about you, Brian?
Same.
Yeah, I would have.
Well, he is the same guy.
But
he
here's
was
the thing.
evil first.
But here's the thing. For me and Brian, if we couldn't choose white or green, we have a third option. Lord Draken.
This
Oh.
is the combination of the two.
Hey, Brian. Speaking of Lord Draken, you're going to laugh your butt off because I did not just realize this till just now.
What?
You just said they're a combination of the two, right?
Yeah.
Dude, just picture what Dragon Ball Z reference matches that.
Jacob said it in the Mega Ranger reference, in the Mega Ranger reveal where insert Dragon Ball Z joke here.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. Oh, here's something I'm surprised he didn't do when they mentioned the rings in Maji Ranger. Insert Captain Planet joke here.
That is true. That is true. Oh, one other a bit of Linux news I wanted to bring to you and Ben's attention, Steve. There has been official proposals brought to the Linux community's attention about the Linux kernel for it to be more gamer friendly with Steam.
I agree. I mean, they already added the proprietary drivers for their NVIDIA cards into all the Ubuntu's, right?
Yeah.
Why don't they just cover Steam too?
Hello?
Oh, hey,
I'm
William,
here.
how you doing?
Oh, here he is.
Oh, good.
Hello,
I
William.
think y'all can hear me all right.
All right, so I'm on the 6th floor. Let me see.
We can hear you just fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I am.
Hi, Ben.
Oh,
William says hi, Ben.
hey.
Hi to the two others.
Mm.
Hello.
And
What should I say? Hello.
Who are the two others how did y'all meet the two others?
They basically they invited themselves.
yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
From
here-
Magma.
I kind of crashed the party a little bit.
basically, like I say, this is an open chat. Anything goes. I don't care who comes in.
Yeah, I would
As,
agree.
like that.
as long as everybody exits when a live stream is over, that's all I care about.
Well, I had to drop
Same
in
with
and say
me.
hello. So I wanted to drop in and say that I'm testing Debian testing again. Fun.
So you're on Debian testing?
1, 2, 3.
Yes, I had to jump from bus to testing into testing to unstable. I had to jump the upper unstable block.
Oh, and
Oh
how's
my God.
how's the unstable block working for you?
I didn't get there yet. I'm still in the middle of getting tested to testing and jumping the next one.
If I'm right, isn't the Debian unstable the rolling release?
Yes, it is constantly changing every 12 hours.
Huh.
Why?
It's meant for development to make the next version of Debian available after a certain number of times.
Oh.
To
Okay.
make matters worse, there's a bug in testing I spot for Firefox ESR. Uh-oh.
Oh,
A
God.
bug with ESR? What bug is it?
Firefox ESR 1 bug. Serious bugs with Firefox ESR 60.8.0 ESR 1. Outstanding. Bug number B1 number 933757. Firefox ESR FTBFS failed open S build non-existent cargo package cache. I don't know. I'll have to Google it and find out what it means.
Okay.
Find out
Okay.
what the cause of that is. It's best to Google the bug report so you know what you're getting yourself into and how to fix it.
All
That
right.
is a valid point, William.
I Google the bugs and know what triggers this bug to occur and how to avoid hitting it.
Yeah.
If-
that's a good idea.
If I'm correct, this is Firefox ESR's very first bug, right?
Apparently so. It's been spotted by the bug team, by the bug report. So it's been listed. I really can't debug anything. I can Google the bugs and learn what means by package cache, what it really means by
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but
Hey, Benjamin Eldridge. If I'm correct, this is the Firefox ESR's very first bug. Somebody has feedback.
Not me
Yeah,
this
that
time.
was me. I was trying to get onto the YouTube page and it's I don't know. I'm frozen on YouTube. You guys are moving. Very strange.
I'll just upgrade the system anyway with that one bug.
Okay.
I was gonna say 2019 just hasn't been good for Mozilla, period, at all.
No. I mean, it's just one problem after another. Am I right, Ben?
More or less.
You're right.
I mean, the thing is, Mozilla's starting to have just as many problems as Apple is.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Apple is so freaking focused on other things other than computers and phones and tablets, all their hardware stuff and their software. I don't know what the heck's wrong with these people. I mean, ever since Jobs passed away, hey, Benjamin. How's it going?
Hey, Mr. Benjamin
Hey,
Eldridge.
How's it going? We can see
Yeah,
this
you're
time.
fine.
The two bins, there they are. Bin 1 and bin 2.
Or you can just call us Ben Gen 2 and Ben Arch.
Okay.
I'm at Wendy, so
Wait a minute. If bin 1 and bin 2 are here, where's bin 10?
Good one. Not gonna lie, that was a good one.
Yeah, Ben Eldridge. Ryan here, he is a Power Rangers nutball. I mean, you can ask him any Power Rangers question.
is my sound okay?
Yeah,
your sound is good.
You sound fine, but your video shut off. Yeah, it just was a lag thing. That's all it was.
I call it a full house if more people pop up.
Wait till Big Daddy ends. We're gonna get a flood of people.
That's only going to be like another 2-3 hours.
Well,
Give or
I'm
take.
just here until Wendy's Wi-Fi craps out. I gotta start walking home soon anyway, so I just thought I'd stop by and say hi to you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I
So
am a
Brian
Wendy's public
here, he is a
Wi-Fi.
Power Rangers know-it-all. I mean, he knows more about it than any of us.
Alright. Be right back, guys.
Okay, Ricky.
All right.
It's between this or watching the little guy struggle with i3 on regular.
Yeah,
I'm
It's
curious to
not
see
that-
how they've been going.
yeah. I just wanted to fool around with those guys and
It's a major.
I'll be right back. But
see
okay, my
them
food.
about I3.
Here's me. I don't understand why Ricky had to go live when Big Daddy is live. It kind of creates a scheduling conflict.
Yeah, well, again, he's got a Gen 2 live stream tomorrow in the afternoon, so he wants to get up early for that, I think.
Okay.
Screw you,
Okay.
stupid snakes. Ugh.
He's playing a game or watching something, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm playing the game Tales of Zestiria on the PS4. I'm trying to platinum this game.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully my whole testing system won't implode on me.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
I'd rather have a rolling version of Debian that keeps rolling, keeps rolling, keeps rolling, keeps rolling.
Well, guys, I doubt anybody wants to see me stuff my face with Baconator fries, so.
Well, that's
I'm
probably not a good
keep
idea.
watching while I'm here eating, but.
Yeah.
Out here. See you guys.
All right, we'll see you
Alright, later.
Have a good day. All right.
If a flood of people come into the chat or open me, it's gonna be a little hard. Someone's barking.
Take it easy, Vincent.
Yeah, it was his.
Let me quiet her down so she don't ruin the stream.
Let me put in my earphones because it's gonna get a little hectic in here. There, I put in my earbuds so there's no feedbacking or excessive audio problems.
Perfect.
Okay, that's good.
Someone's dog was loud, it would have feedback through, creating a ton of problems, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's
Fun, dude.
She thinks she's the killer. She is the killer. German Shepherd.
You're good.
I'll be back, guys. I'm just gonna eat something real quick.
Go
All
right
right, we'll be
ahead.
here.
All right. See ya.
Sounds good, man.
Bye.
Right. Okay, Survivor's Guard. That'll help me. All right, Survivor's Guard. Okay. All right, so I'm on the 7th floor. All right, Survivor's Guard. Survivor's Guard.
By the way, Ben, I watched Switch to Linux's live stream last night, and boy, was a backbreaker.
Oh man.
He talked about Microsoft wanting SMS messages and things like that, and I was like, Switch, ugh.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, to me, I brought up a very good point in the live stream. I said these exact words: data collection should be a crime. If you do it, right off to jail.
I hate to break it to you, but hopefully Switch to Linux doesn't be the next Alex Jones, quote unquote.
I don't think he's going to go that far.
Right.
Because the last thing he needs is people criticizing him or attacking him, like constantly poking jabs at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just don't want Switch to Linux to get constant attacks thrown at him.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I would. The thing is, no YouTuber deserves to get attacked. Nobody.
I've already.
Tom gets attacked a lot.
Well, he doesn't get attacked. No, not Switch to Linux. I just don't want him getting any attacks from anybody because I've already seen one Linux YouTuber got attacked, which was Osgoey Textual a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Don't want to see a repeat of that happening over what Switch to Linux is saying about data collection.
When Tim got attacked for who he was, I was like, my God, this guy is doing nothing but trying to help people learn Linux, and then all of a sudden he gets attacked for his sexuality. I'm like, oh my God, what the heck?
Just hopefully people. My big concern with YouTube is people attacking people left and right, like throwing their pitchforks at someone because of what they said. Someone takes it the wrong way and starts going after a person.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I gotta say is, if Google, who owns YouTube, doesn't straighten out and regulate YouTube and put some rules in place, they're going to be losing a lot of people.
And they will get a piece of bunker!
Who in the world was that?
It was Brian.
That was Brian. That's his.
He's having a lot of fun with his.
That is his uncle impersonation from Jackie Chan Adventures.
I'm kind of doing my eyes around the top of my head, the top left and top right of my head, like, what the world did I just hear?
But yeah, I can agree where your concerns are coming from, William. I mean, it's like I just said. Google needs to step up, bring some regulation into YouTube, put some rules in place. This way, nobody can say what for, attack what for, whatever the problem may be. And the thing is, problems need to be settled in a business-like manner. If you can't settle a problem that way, well, there's the door.
Yeah.
Point taken.
Right.
Okay, so head down.
On that note, I'm just trying to find a way Debian stays a rolling release like Arch, but not constantly break on everything.
Well, the thing is, unfortunately, there's really no way to keep Debian stable and have it rolling release. I mean, that's why Debian has 3 branches.
I meant have a rolling release system by upgrading to unstable, but to be warned of any problems before end users upgrade their system before they face a big backfire.
Hmm.
With workarounds. Just like Linux Mint Debian Edition, that was a rolling release until it went to stable only, but people still learned to listen for the warnings about upcoming problems.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I want to try. Rolling release stuff, but be warned of the upcoming consequences. It could occur depending on what you're using it for.
Yes, I agree.
I told Switch to Linux in his live stream last night, it's all about staying up to date than insecure.
It's gonna be the other way.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I wouldn't be surprised of him using Google YouTube, despite what he's saying about privacy problems. Ugh.
Okay, so
I'm not trying to poke fun or call out Switch to Linux. I'm just saying that he might want to reconsider what he's saying carefully before someone else calls him out, like really hard. Am I mad? No, I'm just concerned about.
I am an idiot box. I was going the correct way. Damn it!
What happened, Brian?
I was going the correct way the first time. You heard me say I am an idiot box.
Yeah, I heard it.
We heard it, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm just criticizing Switch to Linux a little bit from time to time. I'm not saying he's a bad person. He should think before he speaks sometimes. I'm just saying.
Yes, he should.
Because if he says the wrong thing, then he's asking to invite trouble in. What is your opinion, Ricky?
I really don't know what to say on the matter, to be honest. I mean, the thing is that Switch does what he can. I mean, no YouTube is perfect. I mean, there is no perfection in YouTube. I mean, no matter what you do, there's going to be some negativity somewhere here and there, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
The only thing I can say is, ouch, if Switch to Linux gets constant attacks. Ouch to that. Again, I made it clear in the live chat that I'm a cynical person that likes to throw a little skepticism, but until there's proof, then I'll just continue to throw skepticism at it and cynicism at it.
Yeah.
Until there is actual evidence that this is occurring. Again, I have to take what Switch to Linux says with a grain of salt, a slight grain of salt. I'm not trying to poke jabs at him. I'm just kind of taking it the way I see it, not taking it his way.
Hey, Mitchell.
Oh, is Mitchell in there?
Yeah, Mitchell.
Hey, Mitchell. How you doing, buddy?
Oh my God. Guys, I didn't realize this, but today is Linux's birthday.
Wait, whose birthday?
The Linux operating system.
Wait. Today's the Colonel's birthday?
Evidently, yes.
What's
Today is officially the day Linux was birthed.
So August 23rd, 1991 is when the Linux kernel was founded.
Evidently, yeah, by Linus Torvalds.
I'd be scared to meet Linus Torvalds. I'd be scared to no extent of him.
Why would you be scared of the father of Linux?
As much as he's been quite frank and blunt about a lot of stuff and drawn some ire and criticism, it makes me think twice.
Well, but here's the thing, though. This is what you really don't hear. He has cleaned his opinions up a lot. He's not like what he used to be. I mean, he had to take a step back, take a break, clean his act up, and then come back with a fresh mind, so this way he can help with the kernel still.
Well, I noticed he gave NVIDIA the middle finger when NVIDIA wouldn't want to help him out.
Yeah, but the thing is, he did that many years ago.
Yeah, he's moved on from that kind of assholery mentality.
I see.
I mean, he's moved on from that jerk cracker mentality, you know? I mean, he's not really a bad guy. I mean, I would give Linus loads of credit. I would be excited to meet the father of Linux.
The one person I would like to meet is Richard Stallman. I would want to learn his philosophy of GNU/Linux and the free software movement.
I would love to meet Richard and Linus and all these kinds of guys who are the grandfathers of the kernel and the GNU offerings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be so cool because I look up to them and I give them a lot of credit and respect because, I mean, sure, they might have some oddities about them, but everybody does. I mean, look at us. We're just some nice autistic young men who enjoyed their offering.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we all deserve a chance to meet the grandfathers of these systems.
Mitchell said OpenBSD is the only BSD with a mouthy lead developer. Oh my lord. Mitchell says, I would love to meet Richard Stallman. Well, you know what, Mitchell? I'd be right there with you. I'd be right there with you.
Yeah.
I would love
and
to
if
meet
Richard Stallman did use Facebook, I'd gladly add him, but he doesn't. So, you know.
Well, really, the only way to contact Richard these days is just simple email. That's it. That's all he uses.
Right, because he's not a fan of social networks.
Well, the thing is, he's a minimalist. He lives the minimalist lifestyle. He doesn't have that much electronics in his life. Just his
All
computer.
he's got is his computer.
That's it.
All right.
Well, my biggest complaint with Windows 7 is it has over 130 updates, and my thin client box only has like 16 gigs of internal storage where Windows is installed, and a gig of RAM I put in it.
Dagger.
Yeah.
And it has an Intel Atom 32-bit processor. It's only a single core. Oops.
Huh?
Yeah.
So, Mitchell, how you doing tonight?
And everybody started talking at once. How are you doing tonight, Mitchell?
I wouldn't be surprised to switch to Linux popped up in here tonight.
No, he's usually busy. He's usually busy over the weekend. I mean, all he has time for is just one little live stream, and that's about it. He usually tends to pop up around Friday.
Ben, what would you do if he popped in on a Friday live stream with Ricky? What would you do? Would you take off or would you stay around?
Who?
I would stay around.
I'd stick around. Yeah.
I have nothing against Switch to Linux. He's an awesome guy. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Switch to Linux is a bad person. I just, at the end of the day, I do take some of what he says not to heart. I'm like, he's concerned, yes, but again, I don't have an issue with using proprietary things because I didn't know what Linux was in the early 2000s. I didn't.
Yeah.
And I know what it is now, but back then I knew what Windows was, and I didn't really know what Linux was. If someone told me what was Linux back then, if someone told me it back then, in early 2000s, I'd be like, huh? What's that? A penguin or a duck?
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming, because here's the thing, and William, what you just said, that brings another discussion in mind. And this is a discussion that we need to take credit. There are still people that don't even have a clue what Linux even is.
Yeah.
because Microsoft has had them using their closed. I'm gonna just say it, closed sourced garbage for so many years.
Yeah. You make a valid point, Ricky.
But the only valid point Windows has now is Windows is still king when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, it is, and I wish to God that Linux will get better with games. But unless we want a butt ton of viruses and all this other malarkey in the kernel, it's not going to happen. I mean, unless we want the file system and all this other crap on Linux to get rid of this bloatware and viruses and all this other junk that we just don't want, Linux will never have a bright future with gaming. I mean, unless you want it to become like Windows and have all these problems, it will never happen. Unless we want antiviruses and all this other stuff that's going to slow our computers that we've worked hard to build down.
Okay.
Cause a lot of hell. No.
Yeah. Okay, let me check the live chat here. Okay, Benjamin says, I think Tom makes good points about privacy. Companies are trying to take us for a ride. It's too late for many of us, but if we can start a new trend for the next generation of tech, I agree with what you're saying, Benjamin. You just nailed it on the coffin. It's true. It is too late for some of us. But if we could set up the next generation of computer enthusiasts, then they will have a better chance at banding together against these companies than we do. I agree with you, Benjamin. Good point.
Again, I have nothing much to say on that part. Again, I rather use Google and alternative things that are not open source because I've been used to PC gaming, obviously. But again, that's just me. I really can't use my proprietary games in Linux because I've tried. Some do work, some do not, period, due to other proprietary software in it.
Well, here's the thing. In your case, let's be honest. I mean, you've tried Linux for gaming purposes. It doesn't work for you. Windows is your gaming utility, and that's still okay.
I've tried to make The Sims work, and I couldn't get that to run, but I did get a SimCity 3000 game to run in Linux with Wine, and that ran well. But the other games out there I have paid for, they just look for the actual proprietary things. That's the nature. React OS doesn't work.
Brian,
what was that?
Brian, are you okay?
Yeah, it was just there was an enemy that was like right on my tail.
Oh dear.
And I didn't get a chance to heal yet.
Dude, do yourself a favor. When you get to a safe area, heal as much as you can.
Yeah.
Way ahead of you.
I mean, as one of my favorite YouTubers always said, when it comes to games, always save when you can, always heal when you can. That YouTuber's name is Slowflake. He was one of the best YouTubers around.
And King Nappy would say, only you can prevent lost save data.
Exactly. And by the way, check out King Nappy. He's an amazing man.
Yeah.
And for all the craziness, I just have one thing to say. Please forgive us!
That's a good Dr. Wily impression, Brian. I still think you have the best one ever.
Agreed.
I would recommend trying out Debian testing after the stable version is released, because testing on unstable goes through a nasty period when they're releasing the next version of Debian.
I've actually tried Debian 10 on this machine here. Debian 10 screwed up my system for some unknown reason. I could not get it to work. That's why I switched it to 14.04.
I see. But here's another cool note. I could actually make the little thin client back up the 16 gig SSD inside and put Linux on top of it. If I don't like it, I can reflash it back to Windows.
There you go. Now that's a good idea.
I've done that before.
So it's almost like a dual boot.
No, I back up this SSD to a flash drive that's big enough to hold a 16 gig drive, but I actually dump it back when I'm... Can I finish?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What I was saying was I can back up the 16 gig drive to a flash drive. I can't boot from an image I backed up that doesn't work. I have to completely redump it back on to the internal drive. That's how it will work.
Okay.
It's not dual booting because the drive is too small to handle Windows and Linux on the same drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to image the drive first, then wipe it and put Linux on it. If I don't like it, I can just reload it back with a image utility.
Okay.
The reason being, it's because those thin clients, the ones, the Dell Optiplex is called a thin client because it's used in business environment, not in a home setting. But it can be used in a home setting, you just have to reconfigure it. You have to tinker with it to get it to run in a home environment.
That is very interesting.
Yes, I've been told by another guy who is in the security sector now, I met a long time ago in 2009, that thin clients were meant for business use. They were never intended for a home setting, but otherwise, that's that. There is a site called distrotest.net. Have y'all heard about it?
I've never even heard about it.
The way distrotest.net works is a free site, but it has ads to help support the development of the servers that allow you to connect via a remote VNC connection to try out different Linux distros over the internet. No need to install them. You just try them live.
So you're telling me that this site allows you to test a distro without using VirtualBox?
Yes, it's connected to the server that is a virtual machine, but you have to have a VNC client to get access to it. I've tried it, and I love it.
Okay.
Just search distrotest on the internet. It's distrotest.net. Let me try it out. Hold on.
Okay.
No.
It is distrotest.net. It's called Test It Before You Hate It. It has a website that is a gray-looking site, and it's hosting 753 Linux versions with 234 operating systems.
Uh-huh.
It's got a lot of versions. Huh?
You said, I don't mean to interrupt you, you said
It's got
240?
No, 234 operating systems, all with 753 versions of them. They've got everything from Arch to AV Linux, all the way from Backbox Linux, all the way to the Bodhi Linux. They've got a lot of the different distributions you've heard of, all the way down to a lot of them, all the way to the Z's. They've got Ubuntu in there. They don't have the one that Jacques Raymer built, which is Makulu Linux. They don't have that in there.
Well, they don't have it in there, not yet.
They have the common ones you've heard of, but you can test online without installing them.
The only thing I want to know is how is the performance and speed of the virtual machine itself on a hard drive or an SSD?
It's slow because it's over the internet. Very slow.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because it's streaming to the remote computer that connects to the servers that the owner created. There is a PayPal donation link at the site you can donate money to help the project. This person created it. Let me tell you who created it. The team, it is Forster Tobias. He's the administrator. Kleeman Andy is the founder of the system. They're in Europe.
Wow.
They founded it. You can email them at support@distrotest.net for help or questions, or you can email them for questions.
Yeah.
They're using Debian and using Q email. This they're two using to provide you the tests.
QEMU. I've heard of that.
yeah.
The money for donating is used for energy costs, server hardware deployment, and domain and more. So you could donate to them to help them keep the site up for permanently. If you want.
If you want to.
That's what I suggest you check out. You can do this with your own VNC server through Windows, Linux, or on Android.
Okay, you said it's called DistroTest?
.net, all one word, distrotest.net.
Let me look at that. Oh!
Check it out, Ben. I found it.
All right.
Oh, they got
I found the site on my own one day, and I was like, this is new.
Okay, what all we got here? Bio Linux? I've never heard of that. Oh, that's a Debian paste. Ooh! And it's good. A Debian system with the Unity desktop environment?
You got that right.
Oh man.
The site was overloaded at first, but the traffic to the site's gone down. They would experience server crashes with a lot of visitors.
Okay.
You can try out Linux Mint. You can try out a lot of them.
Paula.
So try them all out and see if you like them or hate them before you ever install them on your main computer. There's even an Arch in there. Arch is present. Slackware is present.
Do they have Gentoo?
No, hold on, Ben. Let me verify if Gentoo is in there.
Yeah.
There is a Gentoo Linux in there. Yes, there is one.
All right.
There is Gecko Linux. There is a lot of different ones, including Gentoo and Arch, are present. It uses a Gentoo 2016 live DVD, though. The owner has told me the site uses a DVD that that is running on the server, so you can delete files, you can do a lot of fun stuff in it, but it will reset upon a shutdown, meaning it will reset back to factory defaults each time you reboot the connection.
Okay.
Therefore,
So
your change.
So what you're saying is this allows the server to make sure all data is saved.
Yes, it resets itself back to factory defaults, meaning whatever you do in it will get erased and it will be back as if it was reinstalled again.
Okay.
This is just meant, it's meant for temporary. The owner I messaged on Facebook said it was not intended to be permanent. It's intended to go back to as if it was fresh installed.
Okay.
I talked to the owner on Facebook and I said I like the site and I like how I could try it live without wiping a computer with it. I suggest y'all go to that site, but don't visit it once because the site can crash due to too many visitors at it.
Okay. So I'm guessing this site is meant for like one at a time usage, I'm guessing?
Yes, or a few at a time. Too many would crash the server.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, the one thing I do like is I can see this glorious list of Linux distros.
But don't flood the site all at once because you'll end up crashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it behind NAT?
But repeat that again.
Is it behind NAT?
I have no idea if it is or isn't. I can't really answer that question.
Because I used a similar site, and I think I was trying out Kali just to see if it was behind NAT or not, and it wasn't on this one site. So if this is something that you use all the time, you can use the apt clone utility to restore any Ubuntu or Debian distro. This way, you don't have to install your packages or anything like that every time you spin up a new machine on this distrotest.net.
The problem is that it erases your changes after you shut the connection off.
Well, if you can export the file, it's called apt clone. So what it does is it clones all your repositories and programs or whatever you have in there, and then that file is just a tar GZ archive. And then if you can get that file back on next time you spin it up, you can get all your options back without having to configure it yourself.
That's a little hard to do.
If it wasn't behind NAT, you could do it easy. But if it is, then it's impossible.
It probably is behind a NAT because I have no way of knowing it. I just know the site is remote connecting over a Windows machine, Linux, or a Mac or an Android phone. So I really can't answer questions that are beyond my knowledge of the site other than it's free to use, but you can donate to help keep it alive if you want.
Billy, it's boss time.
But my complaint is the owner, the owner of Makulu Linux, Jacques, wants people to donate to the project of Makulu to help keep it alive. That's a little excessive to ask for donations.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes me a little sick to my stomach when he has to do that.
Oh, by the way, Brian, good luck in that boss battle.
Yeah, because I know they'll get into, as AC Bailey puts it, pissy boss mode.
Yeah, just do the best you can, and if you somehow lose the battle, just keep on doing it until you get it.
Hey, I've got Yankee. I have 20 apple gels, 24 peach gels, 26 grape gels.
Okay, then you're good. Right now, I'm testing Ubuntu Mate.
Why?
Ubuntu Mate is one of my favorite distros, and it's TotalWest Today's main distro of usage.
Point taken.
I mean, he loves Mate so much, he advertises it.
I'm testing the unstable upgrade right now. I'll let you know if anything else backfires or goes kaboom in my face.
I have it running right now. It seems fine. Okay.
Other than that, everything is running fine, upgrading to unstable from testing, but if anything goes bang, I'll say I told you so. Yes, I follow DistroTube's behavior of switching to rolling release distros.
Yeah.
Not for me.
But I'm prepared for it to implode. I know I'm prepared for it to collapse on itself because I'm asking for it.
Hey, but at the same time, William, you're wanting more Linux experience, and you're actually getting what you want.
Yes, I've dealt with Seduction and AptoSid before. Those two rolling release systems that are Debian-based. I've dealt with them. Even though they're a bit spicy for my taste, even meaning that they are constantly rolling and they will break at some point, if the developers warn in their forum posts.
Uh-huh.
But Seduction and AptoSid were the two I liked, but Seduction came after AptoSid went under.
Okay.
It used to be called Sidux a long time ago. It's SIDUX, but then it changed to AptoSid, then AptoSid changed to Seduction, so it evolved.
Interesting.
Yes. Does anyone remember Seduction or Sidux?
I've heard of Seduction, but I never had a chance to use it because I didn't start getting into Linux full time until around. I didn't get my first taste of modernized Linux until 2018. But about a few years earlier, between 2008 and 2010, I had my first taste of Linux back then with a very old version of Ubuntu.
Seduction is one of those systems that is a rolling release SID branch based off of Debian.
Okay.
The developers allow you to try it, but they have to tell you to read their forum posts for upgrade warnings, like potential breakages.
Yeah.
That's what they're telling you to look after.
Okay. Cucumber Linux. The one thing I like... Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
There is Linux kernel version 5.2 and Unstable already available in Debian Unstable branch.
That is really interesting.
If you want 5.2 for the Linux kernel, just upgrade your system to unstable to get it, but be careful of the bugs that are there.
Hmm.
I would advise you to be warned that there could be some serious bugs, so if your system goes kathunk, don't blame me.
I'm fully aware of how the unstable branch works. That's why if I go back to Debian, I always go for the stable branch because I want stability, not breakage.
I don't use my system for anything other than fun use. I don't use it for business use or anything intensive. That's why you like to use the rolling versions.
I respect that.
I just do it for tinkering. If it breaks, it breaks. I get to keep the pieces.
Because for you, an OS is considered like a breakable item, a destroyable item, basically something like that.
Yes, if you break it, you get to keep the pieces you broke and get to reglue them back together if you can.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Cucumber Linux, simplicity, stability, security. Last updated April 4th, 2018. Fully supported until December 31st, 2019. Okay, so it's supported until a few months later.
Windows 7 is already fixing to go out of date by now.
Oh,
Thank
I
God.
know.
I mean, if it goes out of date, it goes out of date. What more can you do?
Well, the thing is, there's Windows 10.
Okay. Okay. Now I see what I'm doing wrong.
I wonder what would happen if Windows went out of date altogether.
Well, then people would have two options. You either go to Linux, or you
Or
go
Spin
to
3000 on the Mac.
or go to Mac. Because here's the thing: not everybody needs to go to Linux. If you want to go to Mac, go to Mac. If you want to use another form of Unix-based system besides Linux, then go with Unix-based systems. I mean, there's Open Indiana. There's other versions of Solaris, which Oracle has Solaris now.
By the way, there's a free game called it's a game called VinX. VinX is by a game developer that makes a game called VinX on a site called IndieGala. Google IndieGala and get the game for free.
Ooh, free game. I do like the word free.
Google IndieGala, you create a free account, and the game is yours. They give it away each week, each month.
Indie what?
IndieGala. It's INDIEGALA, somewhat similar to Humble Bundle. It's an Italian company that gives away free games, but they also give Steam keys too for sale. They also sell Steam keys. They also make games too. So they're kind of like Valve. They make games and they give away genuine Steam keys from other publishers and developers too.
That makes sense.
They're powered by Google technology though, so your data is safe with them.
Yeah. What is it? It says IndieGala is a series of video game bundles similar to the Humble Bundle, but with games offered generally only for Microsoft Windows.
They also have some Linux games in there too that matter. Oh, guess what? Oh, Ben, I got good news.
What?
The Linux kernel supports my TP-Link adapter, version 5.2. Yay!
Awesome, William.
It now works. I don't have to do any extra modifications. Yes!
Awesome.
Well,
So I can use it now.
Well, it's about time.
My TP-Link adapter is a Windows-based adapter, but due to Linux getting a new kernel, it's built in now. So long the day's gone, it now works without problems. I can now use it. Yes!
What revision?
It's revision 5.2 that it has the support for the RA-Link wireless adapter built in.
Good.
The wireless adapter model.
It's a MT7610U series from TP-Link.
Okay.
So now you can use it.
Yeah.
I'm a happy camper.
All right, wish me good luck, William. I'm about to try out one of Richard Stallman's many versions of the free software movements distros.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I
Dragora.
like G Nusense is pretty cool.
Well, I've heard of G-Nusense, but I want to
Look how
try.
big Kyler's gotten.
Hold on, Brian.
All right.
Let me put on my camera.
Well, now the Wi-Fi won't work no more after upgrading the kernel. I'm an idiot.
Okay, let me see. Oh, Brian.
Who's that?
My nephew.
That's his
Aw.
nephew.
Awesome.
Mamma mia! I cannot use Wi-Fi anymore after upgrading the kernel. Oops.
That's why you don't upgrade the darn kernel.
Well, it doesn't let me select it anymore. It says enable Wi-Fi, but it's grayed out, so I can't use it.
Here.
Well, that's
Do you have the Athros patch installed?
No, I don't. It's a Broadcom chip, but I can't utilize it right now. Oops.
it happens, man.
It's disabled by hardware switch is what it's saying, but the hardware switch is broke.
Oh,
I can't use it. Oh, man.
Nice. I'm inside Dragora. Okay, so this thing is running XFCE. Okay, I can get used to this.
Now what?
You are.
not sure, William.
It just says the Wi-Fi is disabled by hardware switch. So something tells me the physical switch on the computer is not letting it come on. It worked earlier.
Oh my
Great.
lord. XFC, listen to how old this is, Ben. XFCE4 panel 4.8.6.
That is old, man.
Well, the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi switch on this computer worked earlier when I was using kernel version 4, but when I upgraded to version 5, it quits working. Ouch.
You should
Let me try again.
Yeah.
If it works in the previous kernel, then something tells me the new one does not support the switch yet.
Probably not.
Let me try the lower version.
Okay, Triskel, Tramjaro, TrueOS, TinyCore. Oh, let's try TinyCore.
I've tried TrueOS. It was nice, but it's a little weird.
There's no package.
Okay, I'm not going to complain.
What'd you say?
TinyCore is great.
I'm
Yeah,
checking currently. Hold on.
TinyCore is amazing. I actually installed it on a hard drive and it ran perfectly.
You know, they actually have an x86-64 version of Diet Pi that runs on 64-based processors. That's really fast too.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, I know what the
Desktop-
problem is. I got the Wi-Fi switch turned upside down. Duh. No wonder it didn't work. Oops.
That would do it.
Yes, it
The
will.
switch broke when I got the computer from a family member, so I have to put it back in and turn it right side up. No wonder it wouldn't work.
That'll do it, man.
TinyCore
So
is
you're good now?
TinyCore is booting with the hacked box window manager.
Hackbox, I've never heard of that one.
It's some sort of a window manager.
Well, guys, the LFS RPM, I think as it says, it's building the kernel now.
Okay. TC install. I will say one thing. This thing is really cool, but for me, if I want to test a distro, I still want to use VirtualBox or VMware.
I hear you.
Well, something is causing the Wi-Fi to stop working, even though I boot back to the lower kernel. Oops.
Oh
You
dear.
may have to downgrade your kernel, man.
I already
Isn't
have
there-
the old version installed already. I'm retaining the version 4.9 already on this system.
I would recommend that.
Okay, let me just
I
see.
had to put the new one in, Ben, because my TP-Link adapter was not recognized by the older version of Linux, but 5.2 now detects it properly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Mitchell, what the kernel Jabbar was. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure if XFCE panel 4 is 4.8.2, that means the kernel is also old as well.
Yeah, it would.
But the kernel version 4.9 is so outdated that version 5.2 is around the corner in some distros.
Yes, it is. But I'd rather stick with something that was working than just upgrade everything.
Exactly.
But I'd rather
Now,
get a new.
Go ahead.
I'd rather have a new kernel than stick with an outdated, vulnerable one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can harden it yourself, the distro. I mean, every time I upgrade the kernel, it seems like something breaks.
Agreed.
That's why
I like
don't touch.
aptitude for that because you can hold the kernel back.
That's why I don't touch a kernel with 10-foot pole.
I'd rather harden, but I don't know how to harden a Linux system against exploits.
Mm.
Okay.
There's
Oh.
no cookie cutter way to do that, so.
Hey, STS Tech. What's up, buddy? I did not even know you came in.
Well, I'm an idiot for upgrading the kernel since the Wi-Fi stopped working after the change. Oops.
Yeah. That probably wasn't a smart idea.
Oh, wow. Your server, Mitchell, has kernel 3.13? Holy cow.
That's old.
Does that have cobweb?
Okay. I'm gonna do something. I'm going to actually put in uname R. I want to see what kernel 14.04 is running.
Put -A, it'll give you everything.
Wait a minute, I didn't finish the system upgrade fully. No wonder. Duh.
My Ubuntu 14.04 system is running kernel 4.4.0-142-generic.
Wow. That's not as old as what Michael's running.
Well, remember, Ben, I told you, Ben, that my TP-Link adapter wasn't recognized in Linux very well?
I remember that.
Well, kernel version 5.2 now sees it correctly, and it shows up in the network manager list.
That's odd.
But it won't, the switch doesn't turn on the Wi-Fi anymore.
Do you have the non-free firmware image?
Yes, I do, in order to enable proprietary cards to work. And now the enable Wi-Fi thing doesn't work anymore. Oh.
What network manager are you using?
Hold on, let me verify what is in use. Let me verify. I'm using a network manager applet with Mate.
Oh, nice.
But it used to let me select enable Wi-Fi, but it doesn't anymore.
Sometimes I have problems with that. I would try WICD, WICD, and they have a GTK one and a CLI version, and usually works better for me with Wi-Fi cards.
Sometimes network manager, like he said, sometimes network manager just craps out and you have to use WICD.
I can still get the wired connection to work, but the wireless will not.
It might have. What I'm thinking is, this may be a long cut in the tooth, but what I'm thinking is the fact that the driver just may have gotten masked or blocked or something. I mean, it could be a numerous number of things.
Well, Ben, it recognizes my external dongle now. It didn't before very well.
Yeah, I mean, Broadcom, if it's Broadcom, it's really hit and miss. I mean,
the laptop uses Broadcom, but my dongle is a Rawlink MT7610U dongle. It's a USB dongle for the Rawlink series.
Raylink?
Or Raylink, rather.
Yeah, Raylink is really a pain in the neck, as is Broadcom. I mean, Wi-Fi on Linux is really tough to keep stable. It just is.
Well, the thing about Wi-Fi on Linux, even though it has improved over the years, it's still got a long way to go. Whereas with Ethernet, DHCP/CD has improved dramatically. Ethernet has gotten so much better.
Yes, it has. He's right. And, like I said, Wi-Fi is really a pain in the ass. I mean, you'll be lucky to even get it working.
Well, I got it working earlier, but now it won't after an upgrade. Oops.
Yeah.
Since you have a hardware switch, what I would try is this, because I have this problem with one of my computers. Install TLP, which is it's basically like a power manager, but you can turn the Wi-Fi on and off with software just by typing Wi-Fi on, Wi-Fi off. And sometimes my Wi-Fi card will be lighting up. It recognizes the card, but not until that I enable it in software just by typing Wi-Fi on will it actually turn it on because I have a hardware switch on this computer. So
Excuse me,
install
just 1 minute.
TLP.
Okay. But
Yeah, I would
anyway, I would install TLP and also remove Network Manager and install WIC-D, like you said, because
WIC.
Network Manager I found can be more buggy with every upgrade you do to it. So, like we said, I would install WIC-D personally. I mean, sure, more power consumption, but it from what I found, it can be more stable.
I hate to break it to you, but I think one of those is tied to the whole system. So if I remove one, it's going to take the whole system with it.
Well, I don't see why the manager would remove Matei. That makes no sense.
install WIC before you do that, so you're covered.
Well,
Yeah,
I did, but the problem is if I remove that, it's going to remove the whole Network Manager, Task Cinnamon Desktop Environment, Cinnamon Core, and Cinnamon. It'll rip out the entire desktop base.
No, make sure you don't purge it. Just uninstall the Network Manager itself.
I can't. It's a dependency. It wants to take out everything else with it.
Oh, then I would probably try to use Aptitude instead, and you could hold stuff back.
Well, actually, one thing you can do, William, just for a goof, is you can go into Synaptic and then remove it.
I did that, and it will say it wants to take everything else with it. Either way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, another thing you could do is I don't know if it uses System D or initd, but you could do you could tell System D to stop running the Network Manager service if you wanted to.
Yeah, do that. Systemctl disable network manager.service, and then it won't come
load
up.
it on boot up. Yeah, and then you can install WIC and enable that.
The problem here is that the thing is it uses Systemd. Debian 9 and later will use it.
Yeah, okay, they do use it. Okay, that's fine. Then just do sudo space systemctl space disable space network manager. It's not that hard.
Okay. I'm trying to do multiple tasks at once, so please be patient.
No problem. Yeah, and then you can just install WIC-D and then you should be there.
Okay, I typed TLP start, so now it's in AC mode. But how do I turn the Wi-Fi on with TLP?
Type Wi-Fi on.
Yeah.
And you may have to escalate your privileges sudo Wi-Fi on, but you shouldn't have to.
No.
It doesn't. It just says it started in AC mode.
Yeah. Okay. Then just type Wi-Fi space on, and then it should work.
Okay. Hold on. I'm en route to do some system maintenance.
All right. Well,
then just type Wi-Fi on, Wi-Fi space on.
And then
okay.
Yeah. If it doesn't, then you may have to go with WIC-D. I'm not sure.
Wi-Fi space on. It says unknown command Wi-Fi for some odd reason.
Okay.
Are you sure you started the TLP service?
Yeah. How do I start TLP service?
You can start it with systems CTLs too. So system CTL start TLP.service. It'll say started, and then you can do the Wi-Fi on. If it says no device recognized, you just unplug the dongle, plug it back in, and then type again Wi-Fi on, and it should say turned on in software. If you get a positive response, that's what you should get, turned on in software.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, TLP start. USB. Okay, it's in AC mode, and it will only say AC mode no matter what I type.
Huh.
Are you sure the service started? It said the service.
It didn't say that when I typed in the system CTL. It sure didn't say that. It just didn't give me no error.
I think. All right. Then do it this way. /Etsy/initd/TLP start. And if you're not root, then add sudo in front of that.
Well, I'm running as root already.
Okay, so /Etsy/init.d/TLP start, and it'll start the service, and then type in Wi-Fi on, and it should work.
Okay, I'm reading the system D, system CTL. I'm going to see which ones do load, so I'm going to try that again. It shows everything is loaded when I do system CTL --all.
Huh.
I'm checking to see what's loaded and what's not loaded.
Alright.
Hold on, this will take a while since it lists a lot of stuff.
Just type system CTL status TLP.service, and it'll tell you if it's active or inactive.
System CTL what?
Status, and then TLP.service, and it'll give you all the information about active, inactive, it'll give you everything.
It says active, exited since Saturday 2019, August 24, 2133:47 EDT, 2 min 9 seconds ago.
Okay, that's good. And then when you type Wi-Fi on, it doesn't do anything.
Hold on, Wi-Fi on. It says Wi-Fi off hardware.
Okay, that happens sometimes. Now just take your dongle and unplug it, plug it back in, and then do it again. Just type Wi-Fi on. It should pick it up. If it doesn't pick it up, then you might have a long night of Googling.
It says Wi-Fi off hardware. The switch is set to on.
Yeah, you might have a higher level problem than what we already.
I mean, it recognizes and it sees everything, but it will not still let me do it. It says Wi-Fi is disabled, so something isn't right.
Is the interface up? Did you do whatever? If it's WLAN 0, I have config WLAN 0 up, and then maybe even IP link set WLAN 0 up. These are some things you can try. You may have not reset or
Well,
if none of those work, then I think it's a effed up install person.
Well, I installed it correctly last night, and it still shows ENPOS25, nothing wireless-wise.
Okay.
Do you have WPA Supplicant installed?
WPA Supplicant?
Yeah, that might be part of your
sometimes
problem.
when you strip down Debians, it's not in there.
Okay, give me a second. WPSUPP or SU.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a stripped down Debian install, it probably doesn't have any of that.
Hold on, WPA. Okay, hold on. It's installed.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang. Oh.
Okay, let me see the live chat. I haven't seen in a while. A good starting point for hardening a Linux system is to run Linus and see the vulnerabilities just pop up. Just take it with a grain of salt. That's a good kernel. I suck at Yeah, the thing is, when it comes to Linux, Mitchell, Wi-Fi is not the best tool in the shed when it comes to Linux.
Sadia.
Ethernet is the best tool when it comes to like.
He's right.
I trust Ethernet more than I do Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I
Let me
agree.
restart the system once more to see if that changes.
And, and
Although I would hate to leave William without Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is an essential part of the laptop.
but what I'm coming from, Ben, is when it comes to ethical values and ethics, Ethernet is more ethical.
I agree. I highly agree, but I hate to leave William all frustrated without no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree.
I'm checking the BIOS setup and everything is set to on for wireless, and somehow either the switch failed or something has gone wrong internally.
I'm thinking something might be wrong internally, but I don't know.
The switch, it was working earlier before I got on Jitsi Meet. It was working last night, but the switch is completely broken.
What about your internal wireless card?
It's recognized and installed.
Is there something wrong with that one?
Huh?
You guys? It might just be Debian.
Well, it worked when I installed Debian 9, upgraded to 10 by itself, and since 10 is now stable already, there's no breakage so far. I can still use the system normally, but something else has gone clank with the laptop itself. The Wi-Fi thing is still there. The switch works, or before, but now it won't work because the switch plastic piece fell out. And now it won't hit that switch properly.
The switch wouldn't affect a USB dongle, though. Even if you deaded the hardware switch, the USB dongle would still work.
The USB dongle would still work, but I wonder if it's something with the. I wonder if he's got the right driver installed.
I already loaded it upon install automatically through the repositories itself, and it saw it and installed everything fine. But now it won't work.
He said he's using the non-free image, so he probably has the driver.
Yeah, I would recommend William getting the non-free Debian image and see what that does. That's just my advice.
Let me see something real quick.
Yeah.
Enable.
Sorry, I was going to ask you, how many USB ports do you have on your system?
4 total. One's an eSATA port combined with the USB port.
Okay, I might have a suggestion for you. There is such a device as this. It might help you, and I think Ben would agree with me. There is a USB to Ethernet adapter that you can buy very cheap. You plug into your USB, and then at the end of the adapter, there's an Ethernet port. That'll allow you to use Ethernet.
Oh, there is a built-in Ethernet jack already on the Unis.
Yeah.
Do you have a cable?
I have it plugged in and it recognizes it fine, but it obviously is blind to the Wi-Fi dongle and the internal card. It says disabled by hardware switch, but the hardware switch is kind of broke.
Oh my god.
It was already like it when a family member gave it to me.
Okay.
But the switch is so stiff, I couldn't move it the other night, and it ended up snapping when I tried to move it.
What type of machine is it?
It's a plastic switch that moves something inside the laptop. Now it's working.
No, I mean, what kind of laptop?
But you gotta fiddle the switch. It's a Dell Latitude E4600 series.
E46.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
E4600.
It's a business laptop, but I think it worked earlier when I slid the switch back and forth, I think, but now the switch has failed.
What operating system, William, did that laptop originally come with?
It had Ubuntu because the school district I graduated from automatically managed to refurbish their old laptops and give them to low-income families. It's working now. I fixed it.
Oh, good.
All I did was just fiddle with the switch a little, and it worked. Just got to take the plastic switch off. Now it's out again because I bumped it again. Oops.
Just if you happen to make it work again, don't bump it.
Okay.
Seriously, if it's working, don't screw it.
Okay, I'm not going to touch the switch.
Good idea.
Now it recognizes it. But my only complaint now is, what do I do if I plug it to an external LCD monitor and the laptop keeps defaulting to the internal one?
What was the end of that question?
What do I do if the laptop keeps jumping to the external LCD monitor or internal LCD monitor when I plug in the external one? It always defaults to the internal LVDS monitor built in.
You want to use the utility called XRander, XRANDR. So, if, like, let's say the HDMI monitor was the one you didn't want to use, you would just type XRander --output HDMI --off. And if you give XRander by itself, it'll give you all of the resolutions available for the screen. So when you want to put it back on, it's the same thing, except the last dash is mode, and then it would be like 1920 by 1080 or whatever your screen resolution is.
I've
That's
got
one way to control it.
I've got the Wi-Fi working well now, so it works beautifully now. I don't have to use the cord.
Oh,
good.
boy.
Now I don't need to use that silly Ethernet cord plugged in the back.
That's good. So now, now you're basically set to go for whatever you need to do on wireless.
It is, but the internal card's not recognized right now until I can get the system to boot off the other kernel to recognize both cards. It only recognizes the built-in one because the internal one is recognized.
Well,
now I need to restart it.
Works. Well, William, as long as it works, it doesn't matter.
It works.
Yeah. Then I'll just leave it the heck alone, dude.
Okay, Ben. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't
fix it.
Exactly.
I could have put it myself.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't F with it.
or as a modified version, if the thing works, just don't screw the internals up.
I'm not, but it went back out again, I think, on its own. I didn't even touch it.
Yeah, just don't touch it. Leave it alone.
Well, it went back out again on its own. Oops.
This is why I don't buy those kinds of Wi-Fi cards. They don't work.
The light was on early, but now it goes right back out with the bump of the laptop by accident.
This is why I buy feeling stuff. Yeesh.
Or you buy a tower or a computer that's a Wi-Fi card is built directly into the motherboard.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, USB Wi-Fi and Linux, not a happy marriage.
Then why would it exist in the first place for it?
I don't know.
So what's going on, Brian?
You want to know how I beat Zelwyn?
All right.
How did you do it?
Royal tribute. Send the timers to the graveyard.
I told you Gravekeepers was a good Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
So, this is that. He was screwed.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute, Ben. There's a short in the switch. No wonder it keeps taking itself out.
That don't surprise me.
The switch itself has a short because the plastic thing was already broken when I got it from a family member.
Isn't there any way that you could put some electrical tape around that?
No, it's made. I have to take the whole unit apart just to get to that one little switch.
It's going to keep bridging. So.
It keeps bridging itself out. No wonder I can't get it to stay on constantly. Even if you bump the laptop, it still knocks it loose.
That's the problem.
So apparently it's not a software problem, it's a switch problem.
Well,
maybe a combo.
Well, here's my question. Couldn't you just simply buy a new switch, undo that one, and just put a new one on it?
Ricky, that little part's hard to find on its own. To make things better, I took the switch out and broke the switch off, so now it won't short it anymore.
This is gonna be a pain in the ass.
You bro.
The little bitty switch that was on the laptop, I just took it out because the switch was causing the problem, not the hardware itself. That's why. See this little switch right here? This little black switch.
Yeah.
I see it.
That right there was a fault of my problems.
I don't really know that was a logical solution, but
Well, I mean, if it keeps the Wi-Fi on longer, then so be it.
yeah.
So that little black switch was my problems all along. It was a broken little plastic switch.
Mitchell says, "Did the ArchWiki have any info that could be helpful
To what?
to your problem, William?"
Not exactly. Obviously, I got it to work after I got kernel version 5 with it.
I see.
Ow.
But obviously, my internal USB dongle is not recognized, I think. Hold on. It's defaulting to my built-in one, the Broadcom one. Hold on, I'm changing it to the Rawlink one. Hold on. It's activating the Rawlink one, so it should work.
Okay.
So now it should recognize. And it should have a green light when it's connected and blinking.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It normally would tell it to turn on, but I'm guessing... What's the command that the other one suggested to run again?
I don't remember.
Hold on. He said to run a Wi-Fi TLP something again.
Wi-Fi on.
Okay, hold on. It's already turned on through the YCD connection manager. Hold on, let me try this again. Hold on. It went back out again. The internal switch kicked in. The software switch kicked in again. Oops.
So now it's a software problem.
Yes. The switch is causing a fight with the two cards, knocking both of them offline and online every time. Oops. I knew it. The Wi-Fi thing is toast on this thing because obviously I can't turn it back on. Why am I having Wi-Fi problems right now when I was working fine before?
I have no idea.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's software-wise is knocking it off when I unplug the dongle and plug it back in. So something's not going the way it should be tonight. No.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe one of the Wi-Fi software programs is interacting with the other, and they're causing a massive chain reaction. Therefore, there's your problem.
I can't think of a way to fix that.
No, not quite. I'm plugging it, unplugging it, changing everything, and it always just goes bang right in my face. And now it says Linux Foundation USB 2.0 root hub. So something is definitely causing it to die down. It's a software and hardware switch, but one of those switches... Okay, now it's back on again.
You need a way to either take that down or something.
The switch, I already took the plastic switch out. It's the software issue causing the problem now. The software problem is knocking it on and off every few seconds.
What?
It's using...
What is the main Wi-Fi protocol programs for Linux?
Oh, main Wi-Fi protocol.
Okay, it's connected to Wi-Fi again. It works, but it won't recognize my dongle, though. Whoops.
I am trying to think of it, but I'm so damn brain dead right now. I can't.
Wait. It's on the tip of my tongue. Network manager?
I think you're right. Yeah, there's so many.
But there's so many other ones.
Yeah.
It's recognizing my either the Broadcom one or the Rawlink one. Either one of those two is recognized. Well, it defaults to my Broadcom one. It doesn't like my external one. It keeps hating on it.
Well, here's the thing. Couldn't you keep the Broadcom one in and just remove the other one?
When I remove the other one, it'll turn off the other one. So I removed it, and it works.
Okay.
So now it will recognize my external one, but the internal one is always detected, and it does connect. So it shouldn't be much of an issue there now. Let me test the web real quick.
Okay. All right, Mitchell. Have a good time. See you later.
See you later, Mitchell.
Whew, that was a big embarrassing challenge, fighting back and forth with the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, loading the internet.
Looks like Big Daddy's about to end, so prepare for the floodgates to open.
Yeah.
The internet seems to be working at some point, and trying to load a speed test website, and it works.
All right.
Another way you can test to see if your connection is fully stabilized, and I learned this when I first learned Arch. You open up your terminal, William, and you type ping.website. So say, for example, I were to type ping.google.com. If it keeps pinging Google, the Wi-Fi is successful. If it doesn't ping, then there's still a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems to work fine so far. I mean, there's no issues at all here.
Okay. Now, if it's pinging, if you do curl-C while the pinging's going on, it'll cancel out the pinging and you can close your terminal.
I'm browsing the speed test website, and it seems to load everything just fine. So I pretty much, it was mainly the software switch is causing some headaches.
Okay, but you removed the switch, right?
Yes, and plugging in a dongle knocks it offline again.
Oh. Maybe the thing just doesn't like dongles.
It seems to not take it very kindly.
There has to be another way besides a dongle you can connect that thing.
That's the only internal card, dongle, or Ethernet. There's no other alternate choice but those three.
Huh.
Either that or it just can't get online with it.
Oh, you can't get back in? Let me repost that link into the live chat. Hold on, Steve.
I mean, other than that, I do still think Switch to Linux has a valid point about data collection, but not everyone's going to have a problem with it. Just saying.
I know.
It's only select individuals who have an issue with it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, people view the world of computing differently. Not everybody is going to be on the same exact views.
Exactly.
I mean, the world. When computing was invented, it wasn't meant for everybody to be on the exact same page. You have your own opinions, your own agendas, and you just go with it.
Point taken.
I mean, yes, there's a lot of people that like what Switch does, and there's going to be people that don't like what he does. But you know, that's the nature of YouTube. You're going to have people that like you and people that don't like you. But at the end of the day, you do your YouTube business, you get the work done, and you go from there. That's it.
Yep.
Again, there's people who like the Oscar Tech show, and there's people who didn't like the host because of his sexual orientation. That's why.
I see.
And even though Matthew Moore, I think he remembers it, everyone else remembers the whole fallout between him and This Week in Linux.
Mm-hmm.
Those two channels had a collision course with one another.
Yep.
This was pretty sad.
And even I got caught in it.
Well, that's just too bad.
How? It's simple. I was receiving messages, I believe, from another YouTuber by the name of it's another Linux YouTuber who's an Australian by the name of if I can remember, Linux for You and Me.
Yeah.
And I
Candy,
talked to him about it.
yeah. Candy, he's a little bit of a nutball. I will say that. But he's still pretty cool in my opinion.
Well, remember back when Linux YouTubers were on the rise. I mean, there were very few to watch. I mean, the two main ones back in those times was Eli the Computer Guy and Spatry.
Yeah.
Spatry poured a lot of his time into the Linux community, and I miss the guy. I'm hoping he does more stuff on his channel soon.
Yeah, he should. I mean, that's not to say he's not going to. Right now, he's just burned out and tired and needs to do some other things. I mean, nothing's going right with him right now. So he needs to just move on and do other things for a while. I mean, that's just a guess. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's just what I've heard. I mean, I love Patrick. He's a nice guy and a great YouTuber, but he's just not in it right now.
But I will say one thing though. Linux YouTubing is getting a lot better. I mean, there's new channels on the rise. I mean, look what Pizza Loving Nerd and Quint are doing. They're doing awesome. Their channels are exploding right now.
Yeah, I guess what I need to do is start doing more Linux videos.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll make my channel implode. I don't know.
Well, Ben, you're actually you're taking risk into your matter of your own hands. You know that, right?
Yeah, probably. Oof. Probably.
I hate to shatter your expectations here, but you're putting matters into your own hands. And I know you don't handle criticism very well.
That's okay.
So you've been warned.
The thing about Ben, he can handle a lot. He can handle criticism much better than he used to. I mean, ever since he met me, I taught him how to handle criticism. Ain't that right, Ben?
Yes, you are. You opened my eyes pretty heavily. Because I did not know how to take people's opinions very well before.
Nope.
But now I've learned how to get past that.
Yep.
I've learned how to be better about myself.
Mm-hmm. Now I will say one thing about Linux though is that no matter what you call it, no matter if you call it Linux, no matter if you call it GNU plus Linux, GNU / it's the same operating system. People name it, view it, care for it differently.
Yeah. We all have our own ways of looking at things.
Exactly. And I will say one thing. One day, when we finally get our national Linux desktop, we will finally have an edge over Microsoft and Windows.
Hey,
Right, you, man.
hi.
Shut the door, man.
Okay.
Love you.
Uh,
It's working out okay?
but anyway, people, I'm starting to get a little tired here. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to call this thing right down the middle right here. I appreciate everybody for coming, tuning in, talking and stuff. We had some good conversations.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will see you tomorrow around 1 for the Gen 2 live stream part 2. But until then, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later. Thanks for watching.
Good night.